give mad props to my husband because he was sick all morning with food poisoning and he showed up to training. And so I'm really excited because I'm going to get my PEP points for my partner. No, I'm just kidding. Awesome. So we're going to talk a little bit about appointment setting. Who loves setting appointments? Okay, so Tara Green, all y'all need to take notes from Tara. All right, so I said this is the magical money-making activity, okay? If you don't tie making money to setting appointments, guess what you're never going to do? Okay, make money and you're not going to set appointments, right? Both. All right, we can go to the next slide. So, how many people know that there are 2 types of appointments in this business? Raise your hands. Awesome. So pretty much everyone. If you don't know that, that's probably because you're brand new. But if you've been here longer than a month or 2 and you don't know that, you should talk to your upline, okay? Awesome. So there are 2 kinds of appointments. There's a recruit interview, okay? And there's a kitchen table appointment, all right? And so how do we determine, does anyone know how we determine which type of appointment we have? Qualify. Okay, awesome. So qualify the appointment. So what are the 5 things we look at? We look at, are they married? Are they a homeowner? Do they have kids? Are they employed? And are they above the age of 18? Okay? So if they are employed and 18 and above, but they're not married, they don't own a home, they don't have kids, they're going to be somebody that we sit down to talk with about recruiting and not the kitchen table appointment to share with them our products, okay? Not because they don't need it, right? I'm a firm believer. If you're 18 and you make money and you understand the value of life insurance, you should have some life insurance. You know what I'm saying? I came into this company because I reached out to somebody about getting life insurance and I was not in market, okay? And so, but that's very few and far between. Majority of 18-year-olds don't know about life insurance, okay? So let's go to the next slide. So that did say the location of appointment. So I do want to just make a generalized statement. Now, not every regional vice president runs their business this way, but I would encourage them to, right? You should be doing recruiting appointments or interviews at the office. 120% of the time. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. 1, you're going to spend a whole lot of gas and time driving your rear end all over town in your car for recruiting interviews that you don't need to, okay? You should be doing them at the office. Second reason, it adds legitimacy to what you're doing, okay? If you roll up to McDonald's and you're like, and I'll just need your social security number and $124, you look like a scam artist, okay? Not because you are, but because you have a legitimate business that should be interviewed at a legitimate office. Does this make sense to everyone? Okay. So I thought this was pretty awesome quote. There's no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. I said that the stairs of this business are personal appointments.
That's good.
Not just any appointments, personal appointments. The elevator, it looks a whole like having a team that takes you on team appointments. Okay, the stairs are personal appointments. Let me define what a personal appointment is. A personal appointment is not your new person and you sit down and they set some appointments and that's your personal appointment. That is not a personal appointment. That is a team appointment. So what is a personal appointment? A personal appointment is I, Kayla, go out and I prospect someone. I get business cards. I develop my 1,000-person list, right? I set a personal appointment with someone that I know by name, who knows me by name. Does this make sense to everyone? So why is that the stairs? Well, because it's very easy once you have a team to have your team set appointments for you, okay? And here's what's crazy about that. Your team will never set appointments as well as you do, okay? They'll reschedule, they'll dark house, you'll be driving here and they're like, it's a 5-point qualified KT, you're there, and you're like, this person's 16 and there's no kids involved. What? This is not even a recruiting appointment, right? So you need to be setting personal appointments, okay? We can go to the next slide. So we're going to talk about the appointment setting script, and we're focusing on the KT tonight, okay? We can go right into the next slide. I would like a volunteer. Let's see, I'm going to be a little bit picky. I need a male volunteer. Jose. Jose's my guy. All right. He was like, I'm gonna raise my hand, but I don't really want to be called on. But no. Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go through the script, and here's what I can promise you: nobody knows the script better than you know the script on your team. There is not a downline that you coach that knows the script better than you do. Yes or yes? Yes. Okay. So I was chatting with somebody this week, and they had said to me, I'm just waiting to recruit that independent leader. I said, yes, me too. When you find the awesome dream recruit and the unicorns are there and everybody's getting the juice that keeps you young, let me know, because I'm going to go with you, right? You don't recruit an independent leader. You build an independent leader. Does this make sense? How do you do it? By knowing the script. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to call Jose, okay? And I'm going to set an appointment with him. And how many people know that when you're dealing with legitimate, in-market, married folk, there are 2 calendars that we're talking to with one person? Okay? So we got 2 people involved in the marriage and 2 different calendars, and we're setting an appointment with one person on the phone. Okay, so what's the most common objection you're going to face when you're calling an in-market person? Wow, everybody's heard that objection, right? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. You're going to give me that objection, okay? So I'm going to give you a call, and I'm going to show you 2 ways to do it. Pruck has a way. It's called the general close. It has never worked for me, okay? So I created my own close, so I'm going to share it with you guys, and it's not Pruck's way. I'm just qualifying. So, all right, ring, ring. Hey, Jose, it's Kayla. How are you?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Have you been loving this weather?
Oh, yeah.
What have you guys been up to?
I closed my pool windows. I'm kind of mad.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, so you're like wishing you waited a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, well, I won't keep you long. The reason that I'm calling you is, I don't know if you know this or not, but my husband and I own a financial services company in the area. And I'm sure you and your wife are all set, but I wanted to set up a time to pop by and show you what it is that I'm doing, so that down the road, if you or maybe somebody that you know could benefit from some of the things that we offer, you'd feel comfortable enough to give my name as a referral. So Jose, as far as getting together, what works best for you, a weekend or a weekday?
Well, I gotta talk to my wife first, see what she's got going on.
Awesome, I totally appreciate that, being married. I guess I would just say, so like, generally speaking, if you had to take a guess, generally, like, would it be like a weekend or like a weekday?
Probably Sunday.
Probably Sunday. Like, do you guys go to church or?
Yeah, we go to church every day.
Okay, so maybe like afternoon or evening?
Probably right after church.
After church, is that like 1?
Around 2.
2 o'clock, awesome. So do you keep a calendar with you?
On my phone, yes.
Okay, great. Can you pull that out for me?
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm going to have you put in your calendar, what time do we say again?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock on what day?
Sunday.
Sunday at 2. Okay, and let me grab your address.
2, yeah.
Okay, great. 2, yeah. Awesome. Okay, great. And so I'm going to see you guys there Sunday at 2. And do me a favor, okay?
Yes.
Do not reschedule on me, because I'm going to set my day up around this appointment, and I value your time, and I want you to value mine. Is that all right?
Yes.
Awesome. I'll see you Sunday at 2.
You got it.
Okay, so that's the generally close. I'm going to share with you guys my overcoming the spousal objection. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey, Jose, what's up?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you been? How the kids?
Good, man. Good.
Good.
At the house.
Awesome. Hey, so I don't know if you know this or not, but I recently started a part-time job, and I'm working on getting some licensing. And I wanted to just set up a time to pop by and show you guys what I'm going to be doing. I'm sure you and your wife are all set. But this way down the road, if you or somebody that you know could benefit from some of the things that we do, you'd feel comfortable giving my name as a referral. So as far as us getting together, what generally works best for you guys, a weekend or a weekday?
Well, I got to talk to my wife. It's kind of busy.
Awesome. I totally appreciate that. You know, me being married, I wouldn't want to set up plans for Josh and him be like, I don't know what's going on, right? So why don't we do this, though? Why don't we go ahead and pull out our calendars? You got that with you?
Yeah, my phone.
Awesome. Okay, and let's take a date. What generally works this week? Because that way you guys have a time written down that you can chat about.
Okay, usually we're free after church on Sundays.
Sunday works? Okay, so do this, write that down for me, and when we get off the phone, chat with your wife about it. If that absolutely won't work, give me a call back, but we're going to set up a time so that you have something to talk about.
Okay.
Awesome. So what time do we say again Sunday?
2 o'clock.
2 p.m. Sunday.
2 p.m.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. So, okay, great job. Yeah, give it up for them. So the generally close, you're repeating generally, and I literally feel so silly when I do it. So I just started saying, Tara, I totally appreciate that you need to talk with your husband about this. Why don't we choose a time so that you have something to talk to him about? And if that time doesn't work, you have my phone number. You can give me a call back with a different day and time that does. Why don't we choose a time so that we have... Okay, so the spousal objection, okay, that sounds great, but I want to talk to Josh, right, and make sure. Okay, so Ian says on his first audio that I listened to when I joined the business, an objection is simply a request for more information. Okay, many of you, when I listen to our team setting appointments, when I hear people at the kitchen table, I'm like, oh my dear Lord. They think this objection is the person like saying no and that there's like an army of people blocking this transaction from happening. That is just simply not the case, okay? People just need more information, and so their way of getting it, instead of just asking, hey Tara, like, you know, I just really don't want you to waste my time. Could you tell me a little bit about what it is that you're doing? They're not gonna say that on the phone, right? So they come up with like, oh, I need to talk to my husband, right? And Ian said on this audio, hey, look, they're not doing anything wrong. They genuinely want to talk to their spouse. There's nothing wrong with that, right? If you're married, you know that. The problem is they're going to forget, okay? And then you're going to call them back again, and guess what? They're going to feel really bad because they forgot. And so they're not going to take your call. And then 3 days later, you're going to shoot them a text, and they're not going to respond because they still forgot. They're going to be like, that Tara, she is so annoying. She keeps calling me, texting me, wanting me to... And really, it's not Tara's fault. They're the one who said, I'm going to call you back, right? Is everybody with me? Yeah. And so how we avoid that is simply by overcoming it. They're just asking for more information. Let's go to the next slide. I think there's one more, and then I think we're done. Okay, let's go through them. So what I want you guys to do is take a quick second to role play the spousal objection with your neighbor. Okay, so we're gonna do it kind of fast. Let's skip the like whole post close. All right, everybody take a second, role play with your neighbor. Okay, everybody, awesome. If you didn't finish, that's okay. What you can do is you can call your upline and practice with them tonight on your way home on the phone. Tara Green's saying no, but I'm saying yes, so. All right, here's why we set appointments. If you set 14 personal, hey guys, up here please. If you set 14 personal appointments for a week, meaning you set 2 personal appointments a day, 14 in a week. If half of them reschedule or cancel, you get on 7, okay? If 3 of those are recruits and 4 of those are KTs, okay, and you recruit 1 of the 3 and you close 2 life apps of the 4, okay, that's your 1 by 2,000 a week. There is not a person in this room that cannot do this. Every single one of you, spare time, part-time, full-time, no time at all, you can do this, right? This is easy, and it's all about how you think about it. The crazy thing is, raise your hand if you're a district leader in this room. If you have a 50% contract, raise your hand. Okay, about a third of the room. Okay, if you have an average contract here in Primerica as a district leader, this will translate to $2,000 to $4,000 a month in income. Who, by a show of hands, could benefit from making $24,000 extra a year? Okay, John Cooper said, we need to treat average and ordinary like a disease. Let's do that and I'll see you at the top.